Below, the entire theme park is engulfed with hedges of flame. I figured she wants to go to Venus so badly. I'd bring Venus's 900-degree lead-melting surface to her, my father says. The wind helped. My father has changed so much since my mother's death. He's fragile without her. Not physically fragile, mentally, emotionally, morally. We need to report back to Shave Time, he says. He'll be interested to hear that the gardeners put up zero resistance. Drop me off at home. You go. He's known you since you were a kid. He thinks the world of you. He's a genocidal maniac. You're becoming one too. Honey, the gardeners aren't real people. How do you know? He pauses, picking his next words carefully. Look down there. They didn't even try to save themselves. He's hiding something from me. Spoken like a true genocidal maniac, I say. My father pulls at his flask again and clears his throat. She has them completely under her control. They're cutting pieces of themselves off for her. There's no saving them. I glare at him. Are you even trying? He sighs and stares out the window. Guidelines do not tug at this man anymore. He loses a bit of his special sight every time he perishes. He barely sees murder in green or death in red anymore. He can't see the yellow Ascalon Lee emits at all. And traces of Akira's blues and my magenta are faint at best. Akira's blues, Ascalon's yellows, my father's magentas, and the world's murderous greens and deadly reds. They quarter me constantly. They tug and tug and tug while I walk free in this global prison and look into the eyes of strangers, wondering if they want to hurt me. On our flight home, I pull up the data that Ascalon Lee loaded into me. I gasp. Dissolved nations. All that is left are communal continents that the gardeners call ikibanas, named after Japanese flower arrangements. My father was right. Apparently, each ikebana has its own major mission. North America, as we already know, is populated by space explorers who built A496. The North American gardeners also monitor Earth's magnetic field via satellites and aeromagnetic surveys. Asia manufactures and repairs transports and is in charge of monitoring the sun and moon's activities. Africa oversees mining, eco-farming, medicine, and catalogs new microbe discoveries. It also keeps tabs on the pulse of Earth, seismic activity that occurs there once every 26 seconds. Europe engineers new robotic and biological bots and bodies, mostly drills and excavators. South America manages reforestation of the Amazon, water, ocean regulation, and monitors and regulates glacial levels in Antarctica. The active ocean cities produce energy, track the Pacific tectonic plate, and run global logistics. They are also on the lookout for asteroids and space hurricanes, giant swirling masses of plasma that rain electrons. Like most things, space hurricanes have always existed, but we of course didn't fear them until we discovered that they were there. Like here in North America, the other ikibanas dig giant holes for some reason and independently grow back some of what has been lost. In Asia, the Russian sturgeon and the Ane Malay flying frog. In Africa, the hornbill and the black rhino. In Europe, the boreal felt lichen and the bully tree. In South America, the red-headed Amazon river turtle and Paria wood elf. Even in Antarctica, the hooded seal and macaroni penguin. On this continent, gardeners plant once extinct coastal redwoods in the Pacific Northwest. Ascalon Lee didn't tell me what Down Under does, nor is there any shred of info on how to free the gardeners. But she has shown me her location. Water City. I want to shake my father and wake him up. I want to tell him. But you can't awaken someone who is pretending to sleep.